Hi, welcome back to Easy Plant-Based Recipes. I'm Patricia. It's great that you came back. Like I promised, I'd be here twice a month to start until we get more people maybe, and maybe more than twice a month. Okay? I did promise a couple great recipes for you. I'm going to read them down. The one we're making today is going to be make your own salad dressing. Actually, make your own special salad dressing, and you'll see what that is. And class will probably take about 10 minutes, more or less, I believe. Again, like our last one, the chickpeas, and I hope you really enjoyed that. I loved it. I hope you did too. All right. So more classes as a promotion that are coming up in this channel. Make your own blue ribbon granola. That's another one that's going to be very creative for you. And I'm excited to teach that. That one may be next. I also promised hummus, and that one's coming up. So we're going to make some hummus. We're going to make a fast, delicious whole wheat bread. I'm telling you, you wouldn't believe how fast and how delicious it comes out. And then we're going to make some rice corn cakes. So those are some of the ones that are coming up. Without any further ado, again, I'm Patricia. I would love for you to comment today. We have very few people yet, but, I am going to, as gradually start, people will be coming in. I'm going to be promoting the class, and hopefully we can get more people in here and really make this a really, interactive kind of thing where people can chat and everything. I really would appreciate that. I would love it. But right now, we're going to get right to town. So the recipe is below, and you will find it there. You can print it out. You can take a picture with your phone, however you'd like to do it. It's very simple, and it's very creative. And that's part of this class is creative. I don't know if I mentioned it last time, but we have a lot of creativity. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get a fruit. And it's going to be either an orange, lemon, or lime. I'm going to rinse it off. Always rinse your produce, as you may know, especially today. We worry, We're all worried. We want to be safe. Cut it in half, okay? We're going to use 1/2. I'm using an orange. Now, there's different things you can do to get the juice out. You can use one of these kind of things. With this orange, all I have to do really is squeeze. So I'm going to get myself a bowl. I have been making these, and I made several different ones with different fruits, and you'll see what else. There's different varieties of things that you can use. Oh, some seeds came out. I'm just doing this because I know these are juicy. I had just worked with one, and I really don't need that thing. The other thing you can do too, which I forgot to do on this, it's best to do it before you do this, is take some of the zest off. And this also gives you some flavor. I'm just taking it from what's left here. Oh, I got a little pulp fell in there, and that's okay. I love it. I just don't like the seeds though. Oh, I didn't know if I mentioned to you, I got a new laptop. So I don't have to run around like I did during the first class with the iPad. This one's right here, and you're going to be able to see it better. This class is just going to get better and better. We're going to do knife techniques and other things that you may be interested in. It may be, again, this may be like a review for some of you. But I just want to make sure that everybody knows different things, different techniques of cooking and stuff. So it is kind of a lower intermediate level, this class, but everybody's going to pick up something, I'm sure. So it's great. Okay, I'm going to take those seeds out now that fell in. I'm going to keep the pulp. Put them there for now. I don't have you should, like they say, you should have something to put them into. Okay. That's good. All right. So that's another thing. Have something to put them in. Compost, they call it. All right. So there's our juice. I don't know if you can see it from there. I got a big bowl here, but it's orange juice. Now the next ingredient is our vinegar. You can use any kind of vinegar. I love the apple cider. You hear about this stuff that's like kombucha and all this stuff with good bacteria. This has it. So this is the apple cider vinegar. This is the raw and unfiltered. And different companies make it. They're all, everyone I've tried is good. I'm going to use the apple cider vinegar. Now you can use any vinegar you have. And I'm going to do 2 tablespoons in there. You can do less if you don't want it so vinegary. But I'm telling you, it comes out good. We're going to have other ingredients in there to balance it out. I don't have much vinegar on me right now, but you can use also, like, here's the rice vinegar. I've never tried it, which I should have, to let you know. I have this big thing of white vinegar. I clean with this, too. It's a good sanitizer. You can use the red wine vinegar, the balsamic, you name it. Whatever vinegar you'd like to use. Okay? I got my whisk here, and I can start whisking it if I'd like. I'll leave it right there. You can use a fork if you don't have a whisk, or you can use a bigger one if you have a big bowl and do it. The next thing is our mustard. Now, you can use regular mustard if you want, and it works. You can use the stone ground mustards. I think I'm going to use that one. You can use honey mustard. You can make your own honey mustard, by the way, too, with this and the honey. Or you can use, I love the Dijon. I'm telling you, I made the lemon with the Dijon before I did this. The half a lemon with the Dijon. Oh my God, that's my favorite so far. This one with the orange comes out a little sweeter, but I think you'd like it. So today I'm going to use, oh, I said this one? Nope, stone ground. So I'm going to use, I'm trying different, this is nice to experiment with, because then you can see what you like and, or what you feel like having. 1 tablespoon. So I took off the cap for this to really get it out there. A whole tablespoon. There it is. There's a tablespoon. Perfect. And I love this stuff. The Dijon, though, with the lemon, you got to try that one. But this one, I've made it several times with the stone ground and the orange, and it's delicious. Next one is the honey. I bought some nice local honey. Oh my God, it's delicious. But you can use any honey. And you can use agave nectar. That's another thing that you could try. Again, 1 tablespoon of this now. You need your sweetener in there. Something sweet. And these are the most perfect thing is the honey. You wouldn't believe how well everything goes together. You might say, oh, honey, I don't know if I like it so much as maybe something else. But guess what? Some people love honey, like myself. Maple syrup, you could probably even use that. You know, I mean, try things out. It's your chance to experiment. So these are just a couple things you can do. Now, I do suggest a little dash of salt and pepper. Some people may want a little bit more than a dash. I'm using this cracked pepper, which I prefer. I think it's the preferable solution here. But you can use any ground pepper as well, or you can omit the pepper. You can even omit the salt. And I got to tell you, and it's written on the recipe, you can omit the oil as well. Actually, did we do the oil? No, we didn't even talk about the oil. That's another thing. You can omit. You don't have to have everything in here, but they all work together. So if you don't, if you're not allergic, if you can have everything, I would suggest have a little of everything. I have vegetable oil here. You can use that. You can use canola. You can use olive oil. I've been using grapeseed oil, and I really tend to like that right now. I will go back. I usually use olive, so I will go back to that too. But right now, I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of the grapeseed. Now, you can use less. You can use more. And again, you can omit the oil altogether. It's still delicious. During COVID, I was trying to lose some weight because I was home a lot and I was working out. I did actually lose some weight. I'm still trying to. And I didn't use any oil in my salad dressings, and I made this all the time. Very similar one to this. And I'm telling you, it tastes delicious even without it. Especially like if you, now I'm not vegan. This is a vegan class, but I will offer suggestions on, maybe putting cheese in things and everything. If you have cheese in your salad, you don't need all that oil, you've got a fat in there. You can even use less or maybe none. And I was doing that. I was using like less or maybe none. Now what I'm doing is just whisking it up. Again, you can use a fork. Whisk, whisk, whisk. I wish you could see it. You know, I should have got a smaller thing. But you just whisk it together. Whisk, and it looks beautiful. I think I showed you how, when I pour it out, I'll show you. I think I showed you last week my salad dressing that I had made, which was similar to this. Now, this is where you can be creative after this. We finished all what we need in it. Again, it's up to you what you want to put in yours, and you can experiment. Now, I'm using this herb season. It doesn't have much vitamins in it, but it does give it a little bit of flavor. There's no salt. There's vegetable herbs in it. The other thing I really like to use is the no salt dash. And I just, I'll use a little bit. You can also add any kind of fresh herb. You can use your onions, your garlic, your shallots, mince them up and put it in. The shallots are delicious. I made quite a few with the shallots during COVID, and even at recent little picnics we've had out, social distancing with friends and neighbors and stuff like that. You can also use things like different herbs fresh, like parsley. Cilantro would be delicious, especially like with the lemon. Basil. There's so many things you can do. Putting in your creative touch to it. So that's just some of the things that we use. What I want to do now, and what I suggest that you do now, once it's all whisked together, you want to take a clean spoon, and you want to take a little taste of it and see if it needs anything. It's delicious. It is delicious. I think it's perfect. It has enough of everything in there, and I'm telling you, it is delicious. Let me pour this out. You can take this to work in a little baggie. You can put it in one of these mason jars. Even you can reuse these for this, because you're only going to put it in like a week, up to a week or so in the refrigerator, if that. You'll see how fast this goes. It's so delicious. You can use that. I like to use this and put a little saran wrap on one of my creamers. And I want you to see how delicious this looks. I'm going to pour it out. I hope that you can see. And then once it's all poured out, I'm going to try to show it to you. Let me pull this down. You've got to see this. You've got to. How can I show it? 1 second. I got another idea. I'm going to grab one of those baggies. You've got to see it before I go. Because you would not believe how beautiful. Look at this. I'm putting the whole thing in the baggie so you can see it. And then I'll pour it back into my creamer. You think that those dressings that you buy with chemicals in it and all that fatty stuff, look at this. Can you see? Can you see it? And I'm telling you, wait till you taste it. I'm going to let you go. I wanted to get this done, though. I'm planning to come every 2 weeks, maybe more. If I'm really busy, it might be a little bit late, but because I am starting a new job. But you know how it is. We get laid off. Things are happening. So I am, luckily. I hope all of you are well. And I encourage you to comment. Try this out and let me know what you did. Take pictures. If you can put a picture in there, that'd be great. And please tell your friends about this channel. I would love to keep going. Tricia signing out. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you soon.